Welcome back to another exciting adventure of... my shit's not that exciting. I always get so jealous of Ranger because he's like, I'm gonna go make a video. And then I'll go in the living room and watch my shows while he makes his video, and he just walks in there, shuts the door, and he's ready to go. I actually have to take the time to get ready so I look like a human. Otherwise I look like this. Alright, so I did a lot of thinking and I put together a video. Probably the most important reasons why people at bronze, silver, and gold actually lose games. Like most of the time, this is why people will lose a game even if you're winning. Tip number 1, it is important to stay with your team during fights and during engages. However, when you realize that everything is said and done and it's all over with, leave. Stop sticking around so long that you're dying for no reason. Don't stick around and play tag and poke war with people when the engage is over. There's no reason to stay. It's done, you tried, go home, try again. So right here you see Fiddlesticks and Quinn. They just finished an exchange bottom and they want to get Dragon. That's great, but as soon as they saw Sona and Trinity, they should have just left. They've just got too much power, they can't take them. It's great that we got Dragon, but you kind of ask yourself at what cost, because Zen comes down, takes out Quinn, and they just keep going. I was able to get an ult off that Tryndamere soaked up, so he was almost dead. But then Yasuo is kind of undecisive. He bobs back and forth and gets jumped on too. It was not worth sticking around over there. And right here, this was just all kinds of wrong. Yasuo finishes doing something top, and he goes over and attacks this minion wave. He dives right into it and just gets jumped on. And there's no reason to stick around like that. You need to know when you are just not wanted somewhere, and that was a very perfect example of when he was just not needed there. Tip number 2 is it's okay to follow through with your kills, and I'll show you me not following through with my kills and what I mean by that. However, please don't chase someone all the way across the map. There's no reason for that. 1, a fight usually lasts somewhere between 10 and 25 seconds maximum. Doesn't seem like a long time, but it really is. If you chase someone from one buff all the way to their buff, you better believe that there's enough time for at least 2 of the enemy champions to get in position to kill you. You are almost certainly going to die. You are most likely going to lose an engage because you already are low on mana, you're low on health, and you don't have the advantage they have from them waiting on you and you unexpectedly walking into a trap. Don't chase. There's no reason for it. A little chase is okay, but when it starts getting to the point where you're not sure if someone's about to pop out of the bush and kill you, there's no reason to chase. You don't need me to show you a clip of that because you've seen it a lot. So here's a huge thing, and that is following through with your kills. I came around here, I threw a spear and walked away because I assumed it was going to kill her. Whereas I should have followed her to make sure that it did. It was really close. But I saw Riven top, I knew we had just killed 3. I should have followed through with my kills and not assumed that it was going to kill her. Number 3. Please stop falling for baits. If there's somebody by themselves at your tier 2 running around screwing off, they're probably baiting you. Either they're really dumb, which happens a lot, or they're baiting you and they're waiting for you to jump on them, and they've got their whole team in the bushes waiting to jump right out on you, and they're all planned and ready to go. Don't fall for baits. You've been playing long enough to have fallen for plenty of baits and seen people fall for baits and been like, that was a bait, why did you fall for it? You know better. Use a bait to your advantage. If they're baiting you and you know, or you're pretty sure the rest of their team is waiting in the bush, send somebody somewhere else to create pressure to make them go, oh shit, maybe we shouldn't be sitting in this bush for 45 seconds. Maybe we should go handle that person pushing bottom lane. Use a bait to your advantage. Don't get caught up in one. It's not worth it. Tip number 4. Who are my squishies out there? Let me hear some noise. Listen up, bruisers. You have a job to do, and that is to protect your carries. You can deal some good damage, but you have a job. Everyone in the game has a job, and you need to do yours. I don't want to see you diving between 4 turrets to chase somebody down while some Tryndamere is beating the face off of my 80 carry. Me. You have to watch your squishies because you have a job to protect them. You get all excited in the lobby like, we got a great tank wall for this Kog'Maw. Yet every time the fights start, you see his little body running all around screaming and spewing out purple shit because he's dead in 3.5 seconds. Learn to turn your focus. If you need to kill somebody, kill them, but also keep one eye slightly cocked to the side watching your squishies. If you see them getting their face beat off, turn your focus back on the person who's doing it so that your 80 carry can remain alive or your mid and you can move on with your team fight. With that being said, after winning said team fight, tip number 5, kills are not everything. If you force 2 people to back after killing 2, that's a turret or 2 for free, or a dragon, or a baron. Kills are not everything. You don't have to waste death timers chasing somebody else down when you can use that death timer to your advantage. If 2 people are dead and you go to do baron, do you really think the chance of 3 people contesting that is gonna stop you from doing baron? Because if it does, maybe you have to work on your gameplay a little bit. You have to learn how to progress a game. How many of you have played a game that seems like it's just dragging? Oh my god, I've been in this game for 56 minutes and we have gotten nothing done. We are 10 kills ahead and we have 2 inhibitors down. That is because you have no pressure. You don't kill 2 people and go and push something. Kill 1, dragon if it's up. Kill 2 or 3, baron. Kill 4 or 5, push. That has some room for negotiation depending on how many people on your team are alive. But if you think you can do any of those objectives with those points analogies, you really should. Turrets should be down between 10 and 15 minutes. The best time. Because then you can start to roam and progress your game. Just because I love you guys so much, I'm going to give you 1 tip for free. Freebie tip number 6. Oh my god, please ward. Oh my god. I always tell my supports they need to ward. And they're like, I'm not the only one who needs to ward. That is correct. Supports are not the only ones who need to ward. However, because a support's main job is to ward, there should always be 3 perfectly placed wards on the map at all times. 24/7 at all times. If everyone can place 3 wards and there are 5 people, there could be 15 wards total on the board at all time. That's a lot. A really good thing I like to do is, you know, when you go back to base and you've got like 500 gold and you're like, I can't buy anything with this right now, and you just save it or you buy a little piece of an item, that is the time that you should upgrade your trinket. Upgrade your ward trinket, please. People always forget to upgrade their trinket because they're like, I've got a trinket, it's no big deal. Upgrading your trinket turns it into a regular 3-minute ward. That means that everyone on the team can put down a 3-minute ward. That equals 7 awesomely placed wards on the map at all times. The supports should always be constantly warding, yes, but it is not only their job. You have to ward. Those, I feel, are the most important things to do or to not do, and I feel like those things specifically break a game. So that kind of wraps it up. If you follow these steps and you learn to do these things well, you will see a far greater outcome in your games. Just those little things will create a completely different air for your games. I truly believe that, and you should try it and let me know how it goes. Good luck, guys, and I'll see you next week. Ooh, one more thing. I can't stream, but I'm thinking about putting up some of my really good games, so let me know. I'm gonna put 1 game up and I'll see the reactions off of that. So good luck, guys. See you later.